This incident revolves around an old madrasa located near Dhaka. Every night, special classes were held there for elderly people to learn Arabic and the Quran. After finishing their daily work, people from different professions would gather there. Among them was an elderly man whom we will call Haji Abdul Karim. At first glance, he seemed like a completely ordinary old man. He wore a white Punjabi, a prayer cap, and had a full white beard. He rarely spoke, but whenever he did, everyone listened carefully. There was a strange sense of peace in his behavior that easily won people's hearts. The madrasa teacher, whom we will call Maulana Nasir Uddin, gradually began to develop a special affection for the elderly man. While other students would leave after learning only a little, Haji Abdul Karim studied every lesson with deep attention. Seeing his dedication, Maulana Nasir Uddin became even more impressed with him. Within a few months, their relationship grew beyond that of teacher and student. Gradually, Haji Abdul Karim became like a close member of Maulana Nasir Uddin's family. But during that time, one strange problem after another troubled Maulana Nasir Uddin's family. From the outside, everything seemed normal, yet an unknown unrest lingered within the household. Maulana's eldest daughter, Raisha, could not get married despite many efforts. One proposal after another arrived, yet each of them broke apart for unknown reasons. Meanwhile, Maulana Nasir Uddin's wife had been suffering from a complicated illness for a long time. Despite treatment, there seemed to be little improvement. The family was not facing financial hardship. They had everything they needed. Yet it always felt as though an invisible unrest remained, quietly stealing away their peace. It was around this time that things began to change. Haji Abdul Karim started visiting Maulana Nasir Uddin's house frequently. Gradually, he became someone very close to the family. Sometimes he would sit and drink tea with the family, and other times he would spend hours talking with them. His presence seemed to make the home feel calmer and more peaceful than before. Strangely, as his visits became more frequent, the family's problems began to disappear one by one. The long-standing atmosphere of unrest slowly started to fade away. The marriage proposal that had long remained unresolved for Raisha was suddenly finalized. The entire family felt a great sense of relief. Not only that, but Maulana's wife also began to recover from her long illness. The family was astonished by such a remarkable change. A strange peace settled over the household. It seemed as though all their problems had finally ended. But hidden behind that peace was a terrifying truth, one that would change Maulana Nasir Uddin's life forever. But the strangest incidents revolved around the youngest daughter, Marin. She would often wake up and say things that left everyone surprised. The little girl would often wake up and say, "Abu, an old grandfather was talking to me last night." She spoke so naturally that it seemed completely normal to her. At first, everyone dismissed it as a child's imagination. They assumed Marin had simply seen a dream and was talking about it. But one night, everything changed. Waking suddenly from sleep, Maulana's wife discovered that Marin's bed was completely empty. A wave of fear rushed through her chest. She searched around the room desperately, but there was no sign of Marin anywhere. The bedroom door was locked from the inside. The window was tightly shut as well. Only one question echoed in her mind: where had Marin gone? At that moment, a faint beam of moonlight illuminated one corner of the room. Standing there silently was a tall, shadowy figure. And the most terrifying part was that Marin was sleeping peacefully in the arms of that shadowy figure. The sight left Maulana's wife frozen with fear. After the mysterious incident of that first night, Maulana Nasir Uddin's life was never the same again. Whenever darkness fell, he began to sense an unseen presence around him. Late at night, while walking through deserted roads, he would hear unfamiliar footsteps behind him. Then, on a terrifying night, He came face to face with a shadowy figure whose eyes burned like fire. But was that the end? Or merely the beginning of something far more horrifying?